Welcome to the Harness Horse Youth Foundation video series. This video is the first in the series and is an introduction to quality groomsmanship. A good groom assumes much of the responsibility for the care and well-being of the horse. Whether you are in charge of a standardbred preparing to race or a pleasure pony, the basics are the basics, and all horses deserve quality care. This is a frontline position and not one to be taken lightly. A good caretaker is caring, conscientious, and capable. The horse depends upon its groom to make certain there is always proper feed, water, and a safe environment. The following video outlines and demonstrates some of the primary tasks performed by a good caretaker. To become a caretaker who can provide quality groomsmanship skills takes practice and patience. The first step is to find someone who can instruct you in the proper techniques of the job. Someone with a good reputation, experience, and the ability and willingness to share their knowledge. Good horse people know the basics and use these skills every day. How to lead a horse properly. There is a right way and many wrong ways. Grooming. A combination of elbow grease and time to achieve shine and pride. Hoof care. Because if you don't practice it, you might not have a leg to stand on. And oh, don't forget those heels. Stable bandaging. Sounds simple, but if not done properly, can cause major injury to your horse. The purpose of grooming is twofold. One, it benefits the health of the animal, as a daily cleaning gives a caretaker a look at the overall condition of the horse. If the groom notices any changes in the horse's appearance or soundness, this information can be brought to the trainer or owner's attention. If the condition requires attention, then a course of action or treatment can be put in place quickly. Noticing and dealing with small things can prevent major problems. The second reason for grooming is strictly cosmetic. The pride and satisfaction of keeping your charge looking shiny and well cared for. Proper grooming should be a pleasant experience for both the groom and the horse. One must also be aware that no amount of brushing and combing can make up for poor or inadequate feeding practices. The groom must first ensure the animal is fed properly. Clean, fresh water in clean buckets. Good nutrition and in adequate amounts are the first step to having the horse look its best. As with anything, the best way to do a good job is to use the proper tools. So now you have the appropriate equipment, the time has come to get to work. Using a circular motion, begin at the top of the neck and work down. It is important to develop a regime for grooming and then to follow it every time you clean the animal. You start at the front and work your way to the back, making certain that you haven't left out any parts. The entire horse must be cleaned: chest, legs, shoulder, belly, croup. Once you have completed one side, usually the left first, then you proceed to the opposite side of the horse and do the same thing, starting at the neck and working down and back. When you use the curry comb, you must be firm, using some real elbow grease in order to maximize the effect of the currying. You really want to get the dirt loosened up. You will quickly learn how to apply enough pressure to loosen the hair and dirt while at the same time giving the muscles a vigorous massage. Remember not to jab or slap the curry comb on the body, as this will only serve to hurt or frighten your horse. When you have finished with the curry comb, the next step is performed with the soft bristle brush. This brush will be used to remove the hair and dirt the curry comb loosened. Short, quick strokes downward, away from the body, in the direction of the hair is the most effective method. This motion also requires a substantial degree of pressure and some speed, always remembering to brush the way the hair lays on the body. Beginning again at the head and working down and back. Care should be taken around the ears, as this can be a sensitive area. Gentle handling around the top of the head and ears will help to keep your horse from becoming head shy. The mane and tail brush is quite aptly named, as it is used for, well, you guessed it. This brush is made of stiffer bristles and is used to clean dirt and straw from the foretop, mane, and tail. Brushing the underside of the mane is equally important to achieve a mane that lies well on the horse's neck. Run your fingers through the hair to make certain all of the tangles are gone. The tail is brushed in sections. Hold the tail horizontal to the ground and brush down and away from the body. This method not only gets the dirt out, but leaves the tail looking full. The final step comes with what is sometimes referred to as a grooming cloth. Many horse people use a towel, as the slightly rough surface works well to catch the dust, and it is a workable and practical size. Starting again at the horse's head, you wipe the towel in the direction of the hair. The towel can be slightly damp, but not wet. Make certain the area around the eyes and nose are properly cleaned, and don't forget under the chin and jaw. Wipe down all of the horse, front to back, working downward, for toweling removes any remaining hair and dust. Your horse should now look its best. No harness marks should be seen, but you're not finished yet. The last task is the care of the feet. Some stables prefer to do the feet before the body grooming, and some leave this job to the end. If one is using a hoof grease or oil, then this task is best left to the end of the grooming, as you have less chance of brushing or rubbing the preparation off. It is essential that a good inspection and cleaning of the hoofs is done prior to putting the horse into its stall. To begin, facing backward, you should stand beside the front shoulder. Place your hand on the back of the knee and slide your hand down the back of the leg to the ankle. Gently lift the foot and raise the leg until it is horizontal to the floor. Supporting the foot with your hand, you can now begin to clean the bottom of the hoof with the hoof pick. This instrument gets out all of the dirt, straw, manure, and stones that may have accumulated. You must also check for any abrasions, bruises, or cracks. This is also when any problems with the shoes may be noticed and can be brought to the trainer's attention. The hoof should be dry and clean. If all looks good, then a top dressing will be brushed onto the hoof, beginning with the sole and then around the front of the hoof up to the hairline. This keeps the hoof from drying out. A mud packing may also be applied to the sole of the hoof. This is used as a preventative measure to keep the sole healthy and to draw any heat which may be in the foot. Checking your horse's feet and cleaning them with the hoof pick is a task that every groom should perform twice a day. The first time will be prior to the horse leaving the stable to jog or work, and the second being as part of the final grooming. The hoof dressing and packing will only be applied as the final step in the grooming, and depending upon stable policy, may only be used on training days or every other day. It is also at this time that any heel care will take place. It is very important to keep a horse's heels clean and dry. If not properly cared for, a heel can become cracked and infected. This will lead to lameness. A quick check every day, and sometimes a little petroleum jelly or cream rubbed into the area will ensure no problems develop. The most important thing to remember when leading a horse is the safety of the animal. Once the lead shank is snapped onto the halter, the groom becomes totally responsible for where the horse goes and how it arrives. Control is a key word. A horse is controlled by its head. Lead the horse on the left side and position your body beside the horse, not out in front and not trailing behind the shoulder. Stay even with the horse and hold the lead shank with a firm grip. Be alert and never let the horse lead you. This is especially important when leading a horse in or out of a stall or trailer. A horse must be led straight through doorways and openings. It is all too easy for a horse to enter on an angle and to catch a side or hip on a door frame. This will not only frighten the animal but can cause serious, lifelong injuries to hips and hind ends. Always make certain the entry is free from any objects which might stick out, for example, door hooks or latches, and then be positive there is ample space for the horse to pass. When leading the horse into the stall, always remember to turn the horse around to face the door, and only then let go of the horse. Never let a horse run into a stall. This is a dangerous practice for both horse and groom. Stable bandages are primarily used to protect a horse's legs from injury when shipping. Bandages can also be used for therapy in the case of injury. Although the technique for applying the bandages is similar, the reason for use will determine just how high or low on the leg the bandage is situated. This is a lesson which must be taught by an experienced horseperson, and a prospective groom must learn it well. The cottons are wrapped firmly but not tight around the leg, and then the bandage is wrapped over it. Start in the middle and work down, then up. The tension on the bandage must be perfect, for too tight will restrict blood flow to the leg and can result in what is known as cording. Too loose, and they just fall off. About ½ inch of cotton will be visible on both the top and bottom of the bandage. A new groom should practice this task many times and have an experienced groom or trainer check their work. Just about everybody loves a bath, especially a hot horse. The tools required for this task are fairly simple: warm water, bucket, scraper, towel, and a cooler for when you are finished. This is a task which should be completed fairly quickly, as the horse may become chilled if left standing wet without a cooler or in a draft. The horse is bathed in the same order as grooming, beginning with the head and working back and down the side. Once the washing is completed, a scraper is used to remove the excess water, and a towel catches the remainder. Once again, don't forget the heels. It is important to keep them dry. When you're finished, a cooler, a large woolen blanket, is thrown over the horse to keep it warm as it dries off. Harnessing. Although the harness may at first appear to be a puzzling collection of leather straps and buckles, rest assured there is an order and logical reason for all of the pieces. The important things to remember when harnessing are: number 1, always harness from the left side of the horse. Number 2, don't rush. Make certain the harness is placed properly and that all of the straps and buckles are done up. It doesn't hurt to double check. Number 3, the equipment should fit the horse comfortably, not too tight and not too loose. If this is not the case, then the harness can be adjusted to fit properly. For the novice, it is best to ask a more experienced groom or trainer to do this. Number 4, learn what the function of each piece of equipment is. What was it designed to do? This knowledge will allow you to judge whether the equipment is placed correctly or not. Number 5, always report worn or broken equipment to the trainer. Number 6, it's a quick tip: all buckles and strap ends on harness, hobbles, and boots point down or back. The following demonstration uses a harness equipped with a quick hitch system for securing to a jogger or race bike. Begin with the back band and girth. Place this gently on the horse and slide it backward toward the flank. Then take the crupper straight along the back. Slip the tail through the crupper, lifting the tail straight up. Pull the crupper snug under the tail. Make certain there is no hair between the crupper and the tail. Once you are satisfied no hair remains under the crupper and that it is properly positioned, pull the crupper strap tight along the back of the horse and reposition the harness behind the withers. Then you can reach under the belly and pull up the girth strap. Fasten the 2 straps and buckles. Next is the Buxton breast collar. Place the straps around the neck and secure on the left side. Snap the collar to the harness on the left side and then between the front legs to the underside of the harness. Walk around the horse and snap the right side to the harness. If there is a martingale, it will be connected to the head halter later, so just clip it to the ring on the breast collar for now. Now come the lines. Slip the line through the ring on the top of the harness and pull about 18 to 24 inches through. Then slip the end back up into the ring. Do the same for the other side, reaching over the back band. Hang the end of the lines on the water hook located in the center of the back band. Make certain the lines are pulled up and are not dragging on the ground. If you are harnessing a pacer, then the next step will be hobbles and hangers. The hangers are buckled on in 4 places. Around the horse's neck, this is called the front hobble hanger and is always placed over the breast collar. The side hangers go through the crupper strap and behind the back pad. The back hobble hanger is snapped under the crupper. Hobbles are basically 2 leather or plastic loops designed to help a horse stay on gait. There is a left and a right to the hobbles, and you determine this by holding the hobbles so the attaching straps are up, and you can also check for loop size. The smaller loop always goes to the front. Side hangers are fastened first. Then the back leg is placed in the hobble and the hanger buckled. The front leg goes in last, and the front hanger is fastened. Although the majority of trotters do not wear hobbles, there are trotting hobbles which can be used if a trainer feels it is necessary. The trotter uses only 2 hangers, the front hanger, which is again placed around the neck and over the breast collar, and a side hanger which is fastened behind the back pad. The hobbles are connected to each other by a pulley mechanism. This pulley will be placed under the belly of the horse, flat side up. The back hanger is attached, and then the front leg is placed in the hobble and the front hanger fastened. The same procedure is followed on the opposite side. The strap is then pulled between the hind legs and fastened to the jogger or race bike. This strap is pulled up to the crupper strap and fastened until it is time to hook the horse up. A smaller, lighter halter is exchanged for the stable halter and worn under the bridle. The head halter may be equipped with rings for attachment to tie-downs or head poles. One of the main functions is to keep the horse's mouth closed. There are many different types of protective boots which may be worn by either a trotter or a pacer. Bell boots are round rubber boots worn as protection for front ankles and coronets. The boot is turned inside out and pulled up over the hoof. Knee boots. These protect the inside of the knee and must fit snugly to prevent any slipping or turning. Hind shin boots with speedy cut. These boots are well named and are designed to protect the shin, ankle, and pastern. They should fit snug, but not too tight. Too loose, and the boot will shift or spin and leave the horse unprotected. Hind scalpers. Usually worn by trotters, these boots can prove tricky to get on without scraping fingers. Sit the front part of the boot on the toe of the hoof, then grab the back of the boot and pull up and stretch it out onto the heel of the foot. These boots protect the coronets. Handholds. Handholds are leather loops which are fastened to the lines and provide extra grip and control when racing. Handholds may also be used by novices when jogging. The lines are unfastened and slipped up and through a buckle on the handhold and then through a leather keeper. Placing the bridle on the horse is the last step before hooking up. Bridles come in many different configurations. There are some standard features, however: the crown, side pieces, bits, overcheck, and the throat latch strap. Pull the overcheck bit down and hold the crown of the bridle by one hand. Using your free hand, slip the bits into the horse's mouth and then pull the bridle upward by the crown. Slip the ears into the bridle, keeping the foretop pulled to one side. The crown of the bridle should fit behind the ears, not pulling on them. Make certain there are no twists or straps caught, and then do up the throat latch. This should be a little loose. The motion of putting on the bridle should be completed as smoothly as possible. The lines are then brought through the rings on the driving bit and secured. Always make certain you have secured the lines to the bit rings. The horse is now ready to be hooked to the jogger or race bike. Hooking up. Bring the jogger up behind the horse, making certain it is straight. Keep the shafts of the jogger up over the horse's hips and then bring them down to meet the harness. The quick hitch system means the shafts are snapped into place. With a race bike, safety straps are looped over the shaft and secured. Lift the lines over the shaft, making certain they are not caught on or under anything. If a head pole is used, it may now be placed. The head pole ring is extended in front of the bridle side piece and the head pole secured. The pole is then laid along the horse's neck back to the back pad. The head pole strap is slipped through the pole and over the water hook. Taking the lines from the water hook, the driver steps to the side of the jogger and around to the back. The groom will check up the horse. The driver then sits sideways on the jogger seat and swings his or her legs up over the shaft and around to face frontwards, and then places their feet in the stirrups. Helmet. Part of the necessary safety equipment for harness racing is the helmet. A certified helmet should always be worn when jogging and training. The helmet must be sized properly and the chin strap should be done up snug and secure. Never jog without a helmet. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation is dedicated to providing education and resources to all who desire to learn more about the standardbred horse and harness racing. Kids and horses equal magic is a philosophy the founders believed in and is still today the basis of this organization's work. The HHYF helps create the right climate, the opportunities for that special magic. The foundation was incorporated in 1976 as a not-for-profit charitable organization. It began with the belief that, as with all sports, there must be a strong connection to the new generation. Since then, the HHYF has developed and delivered a wide range of programs and resources to countless young people. Its trustees and supporters are dedicated to the foundation.
It's a very worthwhile organization, and the youth is what we're trying to promote, being involved in the sport and being fans of the sport. And we've done a lot of worthwhile things, and we've got some very ambitious projects coming up. I'm very proud to be part of the Youth Foundation, and I think it's something that is for the future of harness racing.
One of the original programs, and still today one of the most popular, is the day camp. These days bring young people inside the sport to tracks, training centers, and breeding farms. Each participant experiences firsthand what a standardbred is and how all of the workings of the harness industry come together. Today, the HHYF offers support, expertise, and resources to the countless individuals and tracks that have taken up the role of camp facilitator. Camps are now held yearly all across North America, and hundreds of young people are getting the chance to learn about this versatile breed and all of the opportunities harness racing offers. A new program, aptly titled Hands On, has spun off of the day camp program. This venture offers inner-city youth 8 consecutive Saturdays learning and working with a professional trainer and staff. Each week, the young people gain more confidence and take on more responsibility for the horse's care. By the end of the program, a special bond has been developed between new groom and equine athlete, and a positive life experience has been completed. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation understands the need to keep resources and publications up to date and meeting the needs of the groups and individuals it serves. The role of information and education resource continues to expand. The HHYF publishes the comprehensive Equine School and College Directory. This is a complete listing of North American universities and colleges offering degrees with equine emphasis. The listings are detailed and provide as much information as possible about the courses. The directory also lists farrier schools, equine veterinary schools, and animal technology programs. It provides a source for scholarship information. The HHYF also publishes Studying the Standardbred, Careers in Harness Racing booklet, Futurity, the Foundation newsletter, and the extremely popular and coveted Harness Hero cards. Each year, the HHYF awards 15 scholarships to young people pursuing equine-related careers. Applications and eligibility forms are available to all interested persons by contacting the Foundation. If you would like to know more about the Harness Horse Youth Foundation, its projects, programs, scholarship criteria, and resource material, or if you would like to know how you can support the HHYF, please contact us. On the web, we can be found at www.hhyf.org. Email us at hhyfetaylor@iquest.net or fax us at 317-848-5136. Our telephone is 317-848-5132. Or you can write us. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, 14950 Greyhound Court, Suite 210, Carmel, Indiana, 46032.